Hey there folks, and welcome to the Remastering Skyrim series. Today we will start to improving the guilds of Skyrim, beginning from the companions. We will improve the character's look, the gameplay and overall immersion related to this prominent joinable faction, the look of its headquarters, add new thematic weapons and armors, as well as improving related gameplay mechanics and companions' rival faction, the Silver Hand. Let's take a look. Part 1. Characters. Two mods will greatly refresh the look of both male and female companions. For the brave Valkyries, the Bijin Warmaidens mod overhauls Ayla, Rhea and Nyada Stonearm. As for the males, the freshly released Pandorable's NPCs Males 2 gives a much better look to ferocious warriors. Farkas, Vilkas, Skjor, Attis and Torvar. Both mods can be used together without any issues, as one affects only females, while other one only male characters. As for the Farkas and Vilkas alone, there is one more badass alternative called Vilkas and Farkas by Netherwalk. With it, these two boys will look like on the images now. If you will prefer this mod look for them, you can just install it on top, override and give its plugin priority in the load order. Part 2. Gameplay and Immersion. Enhance Skyrim Factions, the Companions Guild. This mod is an overhaul and add-on for lore and immersion aspects of the faction. First of all, it expands the dialogues with most of companions, add lots of new lore mentions, information and discussions. Something I personally felt was pretty lacking for this guild in the vanilla game. Secondly, it adds new choices during the companions questline. Immersion-wise, it has a highly configurable system of settings and requirements for all aspects of the guild rank's progression. Didn't it feel weird to you that even a pure mage with literally zero combat skills was also able to easily become the Warriors Guild Master? Now it's much more realistic and once again fully configurable up to your likings, so it will never be tedious. The Werewolf gameplay is an essential part of Companions walkthrough, whether you like it or not. Most likely not though, due to lacking almost everything, be it a power gaming, roleplay mechanics, or even basic utility features, such as inability to loot corpses. The Werewolf ended being a boring, furry meatbag, blatantly overpowered in early game and majorly falling back in the late game, and being just generally impractical. Time to fix this once and forever. So Werewolf will be an interesting playstyle to have fun with not only as a forced gameplay during the questline. From the author of Ordinator and Apocalypse mods, Growl overhaul offers better Werebeasts combat, scale in experience gain, reworked perks, synergies between the beast and mortal form, lunar transformations, Werebeasts as an alternative to werewolves, and many quality of life improvements. Growl makes Werebeasts a viable choice without, let's say, taking over or imbalancing the game. Greatly expanded Werewolf perk tree, which gives not just much more useful bonuses to beast form, like the area of effect attacks or the fear howl, being able to land down a dragon, yet also bonuses to you in a human form, new passive abilities unique to each race, which will in turn strengthen your both roleplay and the power gaming. Every ability is not just some random bonus, but logically makes sense race-wise, like the strong stomach restoring stamina ability after feeding for Redguard Werewolf, or the Moon Chaser speed increasing ability for a Bosmer Werewolf, and so on. There are also plenty of utility improvements like being able to loot corpses, choose between Werewolf and Werebear, or being able to revert beast form at will. Improved howls, Werewolf Hunter encounters, beast blood spreading and more, everything in a single mod, which is also highly configurable and pretty lightweight in terms of script load. Alternatively, you can take a look on a badass Lupine Werewolf overhaul, which has many similar features but with own approach in general, somewhat less utility features, yet much more new perks. I have made a complete review of it on my channel in past, so you can watch it if you want so. Link is in the video description. Remember, use only one, Growl or Lupine. The new abilities and events is nice, but who said the Werewolf cannot satisfy a style demand? Moonlight Tales Essentials mod is the best cosmetic add-on for Werebeasts, which allows complete customization of your beast form appearance, body complexion, gender, skin and fur shape and color, teeth form, and even customization of color and glowing for each eye separately. It also provides a couple of utility features as well, with everything being configurable in mod configuration menu, and it is fully compatible with both Growl and Lupine. After completing the Dark Brotherhood questline, you receive an ability to summon a spirit of no one else but Lucien Lachance himself, which is quite useful in combat and just gives a nice memento. The Companions Guild has an encounter with the Kodlak spirit, but doesn't offer the same feature, which of course makes sense story-wise, but was somewhat a bummer to many players. With the Summon Companion Harbinger mod, you can do just that. Similarly to the Dark Brotherhood listener summoning ability, you will be able to summon a fierce spirit of Kodlak Whitemane to charge in battle shoulder to shoulder with you. One thing I can personally mention here is that he is somewhat too strong to me, so you may want to balance his stats in a mod plugin using Xedit, up to your personal preference. Part 3. Armors and Weapons. It always was somewhat a disappointment to me that most of secondary unplayable game factions like Silverhand, Aliker, Vigilance, Iron Hand, etc. didn't have any really memorable faction outfits, and some just plainly used regular armors like iron steel ones. Not anymore. Between several other factions covered, the Unplayable Faction Armors mod also improves equipment of companions rivals, the Silverhand faction, armors, weapons, crossbows and shields, basically everything, making their appearance to represent their group name. Rise of the Legend Ysgramor is pretty much self-explanatory. Mod adds a new unique set of armor and the two-hand attacks, made to represent the fierce warrior look of a legendary Ysgramor. By default, the mod's battle axe replaces Woodrat, but you can optionally have it only as an additional standalone weapon. The last touch here is a Royal Armory mod, which between adding dozens of other unique artifacts also places a unique Waraxe in a Kodlak's room, named the Harbinger's Waraxe, with both unique look and enchantment. Part 4. Jorrvaskr and the Skyforge. Time to improve the look of Companions' headquarters. First of all, the textures and exterior add-on. Here, the combination of Whiterun PAV texture overhaul and Dawn of Skyrim Director's Cut, or just Dawn of Whiterun mod for Whiterun only, gives an expanded and glorious look to Jorrvaskr. Oh, and did I mention the Dawn of Skyrim mod also adds two adorable doggos. Now the Skyforge and interiors. Skyforge Plus, Jorrvaskr player quarters and Jorrvaskr Harbinger's quarters improvement work nicely together for this purpose. The first mod adds some useful stuff to Skyforge itself, as well as adding a deep Skyforge mine right under it, which you can also explore of course. The second mod adds a little player room inside Jorrvaskr, with most of stuff needed, but still aesthetic and without anything excess, fitting the warrior greatly. The last mod makes a little renovation of a Kodlak room without also going over the top, simply making it more fitting the guild leader. That's it for today folks, and I hope you enjoyed this remastering Skyrim episode. Share your own favorite mods when it comes to Companions Guild in comments. And if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that bell button and join our Discord to always stay in touch. Stay tuned, stay healthy and stay happy. Scimitar Gaming here, signing out.
That's all you've got?